Hi, folks. This is Mountain Man coming to you from parts unknown. Sorry, I'm a little bit late, about 5 minutes late than usual, but I've been trying to get things set up. I hope you all are doing well. And we got two more debates have been announced, so we'll go over that. And I was going over my notes, things that I thought about and was dealing with over the weekend, and uh, I showed my frustration a little bit, and then I went over my notes today and last night after my broadcast. I got even more frustrated. But I'll tell you what I'm getting frustrated about, that people aren't seeing what's going on here. I know we got to keep people in a good frame of mind and things like that, but the seriousness of the matter and the seriousness of what this country is facing, I think, is going to start coming into focus soon. I'm going to play that little video of Marjorie Taylor Greene and her colleagues getting into a scream fest or cat fight or whatever we're going to call it, and go over some things that have been coming through on the interwebs as far as Ukraine and China, Taiwan, okay, and also many of our domestic situations. I didn't get to set up for a live stream on Rumble. I would have been too late going live, so I apologize for that. I'll upload the video afterwards. And I'm hoping that my signal is good. If you can let me know if my signal is good, I would really appreciate it. If the stream is strong, not skipping over or doing anything like that because of where I'm set up. So let me see who's coming in the chats here this evening. And we got Wanda. Sherry's in here. Hi, Doc. Hi, Flannel Cheese. Oh, good. Doc and Wanda says I got a 5x5. That's good. Here, I'll put a little something funny up for you while we're waiting for people to come in the chats. Nancy Pelosi begins dressing as a hobo after learning San Francisco giving vodka shots to the homeless. Ha, ha, ha. So, yeah, we really like to use our humor to deal with the things that are going on. But I tell you, that assassination attempt on the Slovakian president puts things in focus. Reality, what we're dealing with. We all, the American people watch these Trump trials, watch what happened with the selection and all that stuff. And they think everything's just going to play out like a drama. And I suppose to some degree it is. But we're in historical times. And I ran across this meme here. And when I closed out broadcast last night, I said, just before I closed out, I said, things are going to get a lot worse. And a lot of people that weren't realizing or appreciating the seriousness of what's happening, not just in our country, but worldwide, are going to experience the seriousness. And I don't mean that to scare anybody, but we've been through some very bad times in the past. But here's a quote from Trump from July 19th, 2020. If Biden gets in, you're going to end up with a depression the likes of which you've never seen. You'll be lucky if you end up with a country at all. And we've gone over the fact that Trump doesn't say stuff for nothing. By the way, how did you like that? I don't know if you all got to see it, but that one congressman putting up a supposed tape of Trump, and I'm sure he got this. Well, I'll say I wouldn't be surprised if he got it from the Midas Trash Network. Full of jump cuts where it makes Trump sound like he's babbling and taking every word he mispronounces. You know, he might do that 3 or 4 words out of a 2-hour live outdoor speech, you know. And what was that congressman that said that Guam was going to flip over? So, you know, I think the House of Representatives, especially after today's display, they need to prohibit altered videos, parodies on the House floor, heavily edited jump cuts, all that kind of stuff. No. This is the business of the people being conducted. Start a YouTube channel, go on TikTok, whatever, do that crap. But no more on the House floor. But that's the state of affairs. That's why I put in my on my thumbnail the only way. And most of you all in the chats know what I'm talking about when I say what the only way is, because we see our civilian structures under a lot of stress and not functioning in the manner in which they're intended. Hi, Debbie. How you doing? Haha, nice to see you. Thank you. Debbie's here. Yvonne's here. That's right. Hi, Alan. Linda Marie. How you doing? Sandy. Christopher. Hank Johnson. That's right. The island of Guam would capsize. So after he played that goofy little tape of Trump, which I didn't get a copy of it, that little exchange, somebody said it, you know, talking about intelligence. How about you talking about Guam flipping over? And he made it even worse. He said, I was talking about if Guam was floating on so much oil or some stupid, you know, these are the people that are in charge. No, wait a minute. I got a meme for that. Let me see if I got it. Who's in charge? It's a Homer Simpson meme. Don't tell me it didn't get in my studio. I might have to go out there and get it. But, oh, by the way, here we go. Here's Homer. Then I got a bit of news for you. Epstein's clients are still running this show, right? This you-know-what show. So, yeah, that's what we got going on. I'm not taking anything away from Marjorie Taylor Greene. I'm not picking on anybody. I'm just saying that we're seeing our Congress deteriorate, okay? And in a way, you might as well stir up trouble and make a circus out of it like Marjorie Taylor Greene did. Might as well do it. Why not? Because it's been a circus for years. We just haven't seen it. You sit there and think of this business they're going after Trump about in New York, giving money to Miss Clifford. Nobody brings up the slush fund Congress had, the secret slush fund where they paid pages, all right, when members of Congress were diddling pages, and nobody said nothing about that. This is a common business practice, non-disclosure agreement they puffed up. And so you're dealing with this corrupt mess. You got Menendez has got, I need to get photographs of when they raided his house. They got gold bars, cash, all kinds of stuff stuffed in jackets in the closet, you know. It's hideous. So yeah, you might as well have the house look like it actually is, appear as it is. Oh, Christopher, let's see. All right. Thank you, Christopher, for stopping by me a coffee. I appreciate it very much. Keep up the great show. I can read short comments the way I have my notifications set up. So I appreciate that very much, Christopher. Gary, how you doing? Thank you. I'm glad I'm back too. Debbie, how you doing? Lone Wolf, nice to see you. Who else slipped in? Gloria's here. Yeah, I'm just trying not to get too verbose so I don't cause myself problems. But anyway, here's some news for you. I don't know if you all heard this. But Memology 101, I've recommended him on Utizzle there, Memology 101. Sucks for him, but if only David DePape would have attacked someone else, a civilian, he would have gotten a jail-free card, no bail set, and money for his troubles. Paul Pelosi attacker sentenced to 30 years. You know, is that for show also? Like the scam Stankman fraud that I showed yesterday. They found billions of dollars. Nobody really got victimized. Okay. Anyway, so he's getting 30 years because we know him and his wife worked for Nancy for years on the pride parades. Something weird going on there. But anyway, I haven't heard this being reported. Have you all heard this about the Hammer Boy getting 30 years? I mean, in the regular news. You know, I'm sure you may have seen it in some, alternative media. Ha, thank you, Christopher. I sure will. Jersey Joe, you're right on time. Yeah, who screams the loudest? How you doing, Rick? Nice to see you. So anyway, I've got another thing in my thumbnail. I've got case dismissed with a question mark. A lot of people are saying that, one, Mr. T put up a truth about Alvin Bragg, saying that anybody with a brain in their head, basically, is calling for Alvin Bragg to drop the charges. And let me see if this is the one. Let's see if this is the one. Yeah, this is it. The fact there is virtually universal agreement of the fact that Alvin Bragg witch hunt against me is a sham trial instigated and prosecuted directly from the inner halls of the White House and the DOJ. Wonder if that's going to get brought up at the debate, or the debates in the plural. Now there's 4 of them. Should be immediately dropped with apologies to me and all of the others who have had to live with this election interfering hoax against crooked Joe Biden's political opponent. Not nice. Well, a lot of folks are saying the heat's not only going to come on Alvin Bragg to drop it, but Judge Merchan. If Bragg doesn't make a motion, the ball's going to be in Merchan's court. So here's a news flash for the people who like Judge Merchan. Judge orders Trump to stop noticing that the people trying to put him in jail are Democrats. That's a joke, of course. But we keep putting these memes out, with a laugh. But remember about that leader in Slovakia. The attempt on his life. I'll give you an update on him. Remember, Shinzo Abe, okay, lost his life. And Nara even had the nerve to ask Trump to give back a golf club that Shinzo Abe had given Trump after Abe was assassinated. A grotesque gesture or action by Nara. That's right. How much non-testimony, how much non-charges, also evidence can drag these cases on. Never seen before. That's what I'm part of my frustration as I watch some of these lawyer channels, and they get into these little local things, when we have this historic situation with Trump that is all smoke and artifice. Look that word up, artifice. The charges are just a made-up artifice. Miss Mendersu, how are you? Nice to see you, Angel. Did I hear about the balloons? Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Of a man's anatomy, 99. Oh, yeah. So, well, they put their balloon up of Trump that they wore out of him in diapers. So I guess they deal with that one too. Hi, Lori. Nice to see you. So, Amy, how you doing? Nice to meet you. If memory served me correct, I think it's the first time I've seen your name. Nice to see you. So, anyway, the other meme that Judge Mercan can deal with is you will respect the dignity of the court. This court. Now bring out, what's that say? Now bring out the porn star. The perjurer and the porn star. Speaking of lawyers, here's one I haven't mentioned too much about. This Cohen character. MSNBC got a picture of him there. From the titles and the thumbnails I've seen those videos, I don't think a lot of them. Anti-Trump guy. I think people with law degrees, and I've said it before, and I keep on saying it, have a duty, okay? They have a duty to the body politic not to engage in lawfare, not to engage in slurs, not to engage in ad hominem attacks, not to engage in speculation, and should respect their profession and the American people, especially in a situation like this. But here you have where they're talking about the people that showed up to support Trump. Trump is joined by a parade of mouthpieces looking to curry favor with their God King. This week, Trump's hush money trial hosted senators, state officials, and House Speaker Mike Johnson speaking out in the former president's defense. MSNBC's Brian Taylor Cohen breaks down the real reason these officials showed up. Really? What's the real reason? They're going after, for political reasons, an opponent, and they're using lawfare. They're using illegal psychological warfare campaigns coordinated with the mainstream media, and he's playing along with it. And I think there should be, I'm sure they have a way to filter through this stuff and codify what it is they're doing. Because it's got to violate something, some code of ethics. You can't behave this way, cause this much disruption. But anyway, this is very interesting, folks. NBC Today, this is Trump again. Let me see what you all think of this. NBC Today show. The challenge is there is no, he put, instead of S smoking gun, he put smocking gun. Okay? No email or tape to prove the president's intent. They don't have a way to prove that in all capital letters. Thank you, NBC fake news, one of the worst in the business. So here he is giving a backhanded compliment and thank you to the NBC Today show. I mentioned that last night, and I said it was part of Operation Mockingbird. I'm sorry, I gave myself away. Truth and Reconciliation Act. So, you see the misspelled word, people go, what's a smocking? Why would you put that in there? People say, oh, Trump can't spell, blah, blah, blah. No. He's referring to Mockingbird. Okay, folks, that's what that's about. I gave it away early. I was going to ask in the chats why that misspelling was that way, but I gave it away. Mocking gun, smocking gun, Mockingbird. They're letting them know, and I'm sure that that operation has been exposed, and that is why we're seeing these favorable polls being put out by the coordinated news agencies that are involved with this illegal operation. Here you go. Here's some more evidence of it. CNN, poll guru Harry Enton. Trump has more than doubled his support from black voters. And that's what I was showing stuff like that last night from CNN, MSNBC, and then you see now NBC. We've seen the same thing with the Washington Times and Washington Post. Oh, and what else has been coming out? Here we go. The New York Post. Sick lies. Who we got on there? Fauci. What is he saying? What are they saying about him? After years of falsehoods, health official, bold yellow letters, admits U.S.-funded dangerous virus research at CHYNA's CVID lab. And folks, I'm saying stuff the way I'm saying it. Whoa, Gary went to buy me a coffee. I appreciate it, Gary. Give me some booms in the chats. Gary went by buy me a coffee. I appreciate it. Plaw 21. Yeah, that's right. Calm. Sissy, how you doing? Prototype 1985. Nice to see you. Kim. Everybody's jumping in. So anyway, I think, I'm up in the air. I said I thought the first big major arrest was going to be Lori gave it, Gary, boom, boom, boom. That would be John Kerry. Maybe it's going to be Fauci, but I think he's already in custody with all that show of people around him everywhere he goes. Back at you, Gary. Thank you. Google account. Yeah. He needs the ultimate ouchie. Yeah. He might not go out that way. Here's the way it used to be right here. Here's the way it used to be. Remember going to the pharmacy? Farm, Pharmacy. Ha 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 ha. Take one a day with tomato and cucumber. Those days are gone, but not forgotten. Here we got something else. This is interesting, and I'll tell you why. I think, now I'm not going to call him Fredo, but I think that he's coming around, and I think his brother is in big trouble for getting everybody to go into those nursing homes to drive up the count, Cuomo. So he's carrying water for his brother. But here we've got former CDC Director Robert Redfield. Listen to this, folks. And for people that think, I'm crazy or other people are crazy, what did we just see on the New York Post article? What are we looking at now? Former CDC Director? We have to be honest. Some people got significant side effects from the VA and then X. I have a number of people that are quite ill, and they never had the CVID, but they are ill from the VA and then X. And we just have to acknowledge that. This stuff is coming out more and more. Oh, by the way, I put that post up about Trump talking about the debates and tied it in with the CUE post. This got put up yesterday by TD USA. And I thought it was a mistake because it says, please let this truth serve to represent that I hereby accept debating crooked Joe Biden on Fox News. The date will be Wednesday, October 2nd. The hosts will be Brett Barron and Martha McCallum. Thank you, DJT. So, I don't know, was that, let's see, which one, here's his truth about the debates. I have accepted a fourth presidential debate against crooked Joe Biden, this time with NBC and Telemundo. It is important as Republicans that we win with our great Hispanic community, who Biden has devastated with crippling inflation, high gas prices, crime in our streets, and border chaos. This fourth debate will go along with our previously accepted presidential debates on CNN, ABC, and Fox. This is in addition to our accepting an invitation from Brett Baer and Martha McCallum of Fox News to host a presidential debate at Virginia State University or another venue in Virginia to be named later. These are the debates that the voters have been asking for. And these are the debates the voters will get. Do you think that the debates will actually happen? I'll tell you what I found very interesting. Let me see. In Foreign Press, let me see if I got that article. Let me see. While I'm looking for it, I'm going to put this on the screen. I hate to do this to you, but this is what pops up on my Utizzle feed. Creations by small artists. A portion of each sale goes to the nonprofit organization. Talk about conditioning. What we saw in the Ghosts in the Machine conditioning. The person you see there, and people mistake me for picking on people. Picking on people because of their natural looks or whatever, or if they have an illness. I'm not. I'm saying they do these modeling agencies. They're very serious about it, okay? They pose these pictures. They take a lot of time. And they send a message, okay? This, you see torn clothing, raggedy, the colors, okay? The side of the head shaved, okay? That sports bra, tank top, whatever you want to call it. But it is an androgynous individual, okay? It could be a male. It could be a female. Okay, they're desensitizing people that this is going to be a happy way to be, a joyous way, bouncing in the air. Okay, this is great, kids. Come on. Shave the side of your head. Have an operation on your chest, maybe. Okay, remove those bothersome things. And who cares if your pants are torn? If they're not torn, tear them, because that's the in look. But anyway, it just goes into conditioning. Just wanted to mention that because here's something. I know you've seen this picture 1,000 times, but it's the message. If they can't even see this, they'll never spot a fake election. You know, and that's not to mock anybody. It's the truth. Do you think they would have gotten back in office if people had known? It's coming out now that there's one guy that gave an interview that he says he's got proof that the school lunch program by Michelle Obama was designed to put higher estrogenic compounds in foods that students would eat. Estrogenic. All right. And I've said in the past that I fully believe that Michelle Obama supposedly doing the school lunch program was also activated to go in there and inculcate transgender theory into the school system. And I'm right. I know I'm right. But anyway, with that in mind, here we have an article I mentioned. This is over in the East. There are rumors among U.S. Democrats that the convention in August of 2024, Biden will make a grand gesture and withdraw his candidacy from the presidential election. According to Der Spiegel, he will propose to nominate the former First Lady Michelle Obama. This is going on over in Eastern Europe, this kind of talk. This possibility is being discussed so seriously in Washington that the Democratic Party, including Michelle Obama in its public opinion polls, the American media wrote back in September that many supporters of the U.S. Democratic Party would like to see Michelle Obama in there. And this article came out the other day. I don't read that language. Spiegel, Ausland. Okay. Wahlkampf in den USA. Der Traum von einer Präsidentin Michelle Obama. Okay. You can pretty much tack that together. President. What's that mean? The future President Michelle Obama? So this is what's being talked about over there, folks. But with that assassination attempt, look here. Polish judge Thomas Schmidt fled from Poland to Belarus and asked Lukashenko for political assignment. There he is. He fled the country. Thomas Schmidt strongly disagreed with the policy of Polish bosses who are leading Poland to war, urged on by the United States and Britain. In his opinion, Poland should develop friendly relationships with Russia and Belarus. escaping from authoritarian Poland to democratic Belarus is the right decision. But hey, I don't think he did it because he felt safe. And everybody that's having their little jollies about Trump having to go to court all the time, and the same ones who are going to be laughing at Trump when they mute his microphone when he's trying to speak, keep in mind that this business is dangerous business. And if they could get away with what they did to the Slovakian president, what they did to Kennedy, what they tried to do with Reagan, they would do it to Trump. And that's not funny either. But the sad thing about it is we have a significant block, and by significant, I mean at least 30%, 25-30% of people who've hardened their hearts to the point that they would be happy if something like that happened again to a president, or in this case, a former president. And I don't know what it's going to take or how we can continue as a nation with that kind of group of hard hearts. But we'll see. Here we go. Just like everybody's celebrating those people rotting in jail right now. And for ignoring Trump's request for the National Guard, there you got Nancy getting a medal. Hi, Alan. How you doing? Yeah. Big Mike is what I need to do instead. That's right. Well, it's not that they don't look, they don't want to see. You know, that's what's got me so bamboozled. Silver's over 31.50. Wow. Well, China bought a whole bunch of it. I showed it before I went off for a while. Hi, Wayne. MS Motorsports, how you doing? Yeah, we covered that a lot of countries are buying silver. Yeah, more tricks in the bag. That's right. Well, let's see. We know what some of the cards they're going to try to play, all right? We had another article popped up. Let's see. Well, this is some good news right here. But nobody's really reporting it. Have you heard it other than this New York Post, or even, if you didn't get a chance to see it other than me? Dr. Richard Scollier, cancer-free 1 year after using his own revolutionary treatment on a terminal brain tumor. I couldn't be happier. Of course, I'd like to see that get peer-reviewed, but we've heard from Putin's speech about 3 weeks or a month ago, where he said they're on the cusp of having a treatment, I'll say VAX, for cancer. Here we go. This is what about seeing things. It's fun that some folks think a secret group of rich people control everything, instead of the widely known group of rich people that control everything. Yeah, it's not a secret. Who is controlling the the known ones. That's the secret. And, I didn't get a chance to talk about this the other night. And I haven't got an update whether they caught this guy. They called him the Fly. The Fly. Have you all heard about this? Major manhunt underway after gunmen opened fire on prison van in France. This was like something out of a Jack Barron movie. They're transporting this guy under guard in a prison van with police escort behind, and this black car pulls up and 4 gunmen get out. I think they unalived 2 guards and wounded 2 very badly. And they got the guy out, the prisoner, called the Fly, over there in France. And last I heard, there's still a manhunt going on. They ambushed him at this toll booth. So anyway, let me see if anybody heard in the chats if they have caught those characters. Yeah, he was a major cartel dealer. So anyway, we'll get updates on it. Here you go, folks. It's all the Matrix. Joe knows about it. What if I told you I forgot what I told you? And has anybody heard about this? If it was a success, we'd have heard about it. But I got to get a clip from Sky News Australia. Hillary Clinton, all-female and non-binary produced play fails to sell tickets. I haven't heard anything about it. But that ties in with the photo I showed you of, I think it would be fair for me to call that person non-binary, jumping up in the air with the pink background on U-Tizzle. But they're losing. Who's paying for this? Who is behind dumping millions of dollars into failed media, movies, comics, all that stuff? They're using our money and weakening our dollar because they're printing money. Here's this one. I didn't get a chance to watch this. Ladies and gentlemen, we caught them. New York Police Department uncovered something very interesting. I know enough about it. Israel hate camps explode, funded by Soros. There's an investigation going on. And, Eric Adams might be playing both sides, helping fund this stuff, these investigations. But New York, remember, NYPD, what were they involved in? The Wiener laptop and that famous video that we can't mention in the chats and I can't mention, okay? The disgusting video with Hillary and Huma Abedin and a lot of other stuff. So there is investigations going on. So this one is where they're funding these college uprisings and tying them back to the NGOs. And what else? Election stuff, okay? But this one here, shocking. Barr sends Biden into panic because he was mentioning John Durham again. And don't forget, folks, Durham is teamed up with Huber, okay, out of Utah, with over 700 investigators outside of the Magic Kingdom, which is Washington, D.C. And I mentioned that we were over 250,000 sealed indictments. And people think I'm crazy. Look it up on badboys.com. BOYZ, I believe that's spelled. And it'll tell you how many sealed indictments are, the federal sealed indictments are across the country. And people go, oh, it can't be that many. And Huber, what's the matter? He's got 600 and some investigators, and Durham's got 100, and Horowitz has, another 100, 700, 800 investigators. They can't handle 250,000 indictments. Oh, yes, they can. Because all you got is Fat Alvin Bragg with 30-some indictments on Trump. In other words, you can have one person have multiple indictments against them. You can also have one indictment against multiple people for the same crime. But there's going to be thousands and thousands of people involved in this when it breaks loose. And that's why I get so frustrated and upset when I hear somebody say something so stupid as I mentioned yesterday. Well, Trump buys himself out of trouble all the time. What an idiot. What is the choice other than Trump? Destruction of civilization. But, when are they going to see this? Here we go. This has been out. Robert Gavoya put it out a while back. No signature verification in Fulton County. No signature in Fulton, the whole damn county. Invalid votes. But nobody's talking about it. But I'll bring it up because prepare people for it, right? Prepare people because stuff is going to start going down. Where is that Wisconsin situation? And people, it's not their state. They go, I'm not. Well, where did it go? Let me see. Well, I'll get across to it here. Here we go. Off to prison. This is another guy. I don't know what his story is. Harry Littman. Making fun of Steve Bannon. Well, Steve Bannon's still got an appeal out there. He's not off to prison. But wait a minute. Merrick Garland. He's sweating. So, yeah, you got how many people are going to jail for not complying with Congress? So, Merrick Garland, are you going to comply with Congress? Are you immune from arrest? No. Wait a minute. How can you be immune from arrest when you arrested Donald Trump? That's a good question. Here she is. Here she is. This was reported over in the East. This was over in the East. Claire Woodall. I got her picture. I'll put it up. But breaking, the most corrupt election clerk from the biggest city in Wisconsin has been fired. Claire Woodall Vogue was a key player in the 2020 election seal. She printed 64,000 ballots in the conference room of City Hall, room 501. For the November 3rd, 2020 election, she had city employees and others, CTCL, fill out some of those ballots on the 4th, 6th, and other floors of City Hall. A major operation printed 64,000 ballots, had multiple employees on different floors in City Hall spending all day and all night filling out phony ballots. Then kicked out observers around 10 to 10:30 p.m. on November 3rd, brought in large amounts at 1:15 a.m. on the 4th. All illegal, unconstitutional. Number one way, however, the liberals stole the presidential election 2020. Peter Bernegger. What's this other article? Same thing. Behezy or George reported on too. There's her picture right there. There she is. Ain't that purty? Never mind firing her. Put her in jail. And everybody calls you a denier. There you. Well, I'll shrink it down where you can get a screenshot. Everybody calls you denier. Show them this. And that's on Twitter. They can look it up themselves. George Behezy tweets. And the other one was a different news service. Memology 101 again. Jen Psaki on TV fantasizing about Trump going to jail and dying. Maybe Donald Trump will go away. Maybe he'll go to jail. Maybe he will die. There. Remember, I had a picture of her and a bunch of other people at the White House when Trump was first coming into the White House. January 20th, 2017. They were all standing there with that nasty looks on their faces, their arms crossed in the White House. That's the kind of help Trump had when he came into office. And I'm using air quotes, help. Let me see. Joe's Walter Media. You think Garland is afraid? I think Garland's undercover brother. I think he's a white hat. That's my personal opinion. Yeah. Joe's done it all. Let me see. Yeah, the Brunson brothers. That case is still on the burner. Fani Willis is back in the hot seat. She's got multiple hot seats she's got to deal with. Things have been quiet with Letitia James, though. Something might erupt with Letitia James. Here, this is for the people that can't say it. This photograph of Trump walking across the White House lawn. You crucify a man you did not pay for 4 years, who gave his all, and glorify a man you paid 45 years who accomplished nothing. But I remember this is Trump's got I think a MAGA hat in his hand. But there's a similar photograph of him getting off of Air Force One. Same thing, the loose tie and, dark at night. It was when he returned from Helsinki, when he met with Putin, and they were all calling him a traitor and all calling for his resignation, impeachment, and all this stuff. And the only thing he did was listen to Putin tell him about the U.S. intelligence agents leaving with millions of dollars and giving Hillary $300 million. That's all he did. But none of it was reported because of crap like this. But what sets America apart is that when charged with a crime, a person is considered innocent until proven Republican. Oh, yeah, it should be public event, Lone Wolf. You're exactly right. Process. Yeah, well, I think Merrick Garland, we have that post from the 17th letter that said there are patriots installed in trusted positions, deep cover. I am sure, folks, that this scenario has been played out for over a decade and a half. And they have been putting people in positions, trusted people, trusted patriots have got to get a little dirty to get on the inside. Just like the Donnie Brasco thing with the FBI agent who infiltrated the mob. Deep cover, and he was in there for years and brought down a lot of mafioso, but this is something that times 1,000. And I think Merrick Garland's one of those people who have been inserted. And it just saddens me that that people, especially people that wear their military service on their sleeve, still don't get it. And I have to keep asking, what is your alternative? This is the final battle. You think he's using terms like that for nothing? This is the final battle? What final battle? Civilization, damn it. Americans weigh fairness of New York versus Trump. Hopefully this has changed since the beginning of May 3rd. We'll see. But at least 39% of the people, almost 40%, think he's being treated fair. And there's 16%. I don't know. You know, how stupid of a nation have we gotten? How hard have people's hearts become? That's what's had me a little down in the mouth. I mean, what more can they do? Well, I tell you what more they can do. Something's going to happen over in New Crizzle. No Western weapons will save Zelensky's criminal regime from collapse. All equipment delivered to Ukraine will be destroyed, Zakharova said. That's the new guy in charge of the military. And here you have destroyed American tin cans, Bradley infantry fighting vehicle, and Abrams tank somewhere in the SMO zone. And also, I'll crop it and save it for the next broadcast if I do a picture show. Another American mercenary. His picture, his name, everything with a red X over him. But I won't put it up now because I don't know if their family has seen it. But let me tell you something. They're paying them really good money. We're paying them. Okay? It's coming out of our tax dollars, and these young men are going over there getting, some of them $12,000, $13,000, $14,000 a month. Some of them way more than that. A nitwit, getting $9,000 a month. Somebody with skills, do the math, it goes way up. And but we're all paying for it. Now, this law on foreign agents, 2 states over in the East have passed it, where people have to disclose. That's what's going to have to happen over here. We've got foreign interests that are involved in BlackRock. I'll just go ahead and say it. Disney, who owns ABC, that owns all of our major news outlets. It is all foreign money. Kyrgyzstan and Georgia. Turkey is also preparing versions of the law on foreign agents. In modern realities, this is a mandatory condition in order to be able to pursue at least some kind of sovereign policy without surrendering one society to the influence of Western NGOs. This is why the West reacted so nervously to the adoption of such laws in Kyrgyzstan and Georgia, since these are steps towards restoring and strengthening sovereignty. In the case of Turkey, we can expect not only another coup attempt to overthrow Erdogan, but also a serious campaign of pressure on Turkey at the stage of putting forward a law on foreign agents to the Turkish parliament. So they are fighting tooth and nail to prevent that law from getting through. Tooth and nail. But we're going to have to do it here. Trump said Alien Enemies Act. And what was the other thing that... here we go. Oh, that's the wrong one. The impoundment clause. The impoundment clause. I tell you, I saw a video when Nixon was in office. The numbers of the deficit for this country back in 1974, you wouldn't believe it. How ridiculously small those numbers sound. In our lifetimes, it has gone. I don't want to call any numbers out. I'll have to research it again. I listened to this video. I couldn't believe it. Nixon was under threat of impeachment. He was crippled, politically hobbled, and he signed the act which removed the impoundment powers of the President of the United States, where he could impound excessive monies that haven't been spent and return the money to the Treasury. Trump said he's going to bring that back. Agenda 47. And we'll get into that more. But they're going to fight that tooth and nail also. But here, what might smack them and wake them up? Russia's Ministry of Defense. Putin orders the start of preparations to conduct exercises on the use of non-strategic nuclear weapons. What? Yeah. Russian Ministry of Defense. The exercises are a response to the provocative statements and threats made against Russia by Western officials. Russia will perceive the appearance of F-16 aircraft in Ukraine as carriers of nuclear weapons, regardless of their modification. I mean, this is serious talk. That's from the Russian Foreign Ministry, and nobody's reporting it. Whenever and wherever American-made ground-based INF missiles appear, the Russian Federation reserves the right to react in a mirror way, the foreign ministry added. Trump warned about the N-word. What is this one? Oh, I should have put this one up with a jumping, happy, non-binary person. Here's some, Brianna Morello put this up. Here's just some of the demands Chicago Teachers Union are making. Fully paid abortions, 45 days, paid days off, housing for illegal migrants, a salary increase from $93,000 to $144 plus by 2027. More alphabet annual training. Meanwhile, only 21% of the Chicago eighth graders are proficient in reading. 21%. And that's all the stuff they're worried about. Here, this is the stuff I was going to put up with the jumping, happy, whatever that was. This isn't our civilization. Just because somebody wants to be a do-gooder and say, I tolerate that stuff, you got to love everybody. No, we don't. Travis Media Group, happening now. Yesterday, trans athletes Sadie Schreiner won the D3, not you, Sadie, the D3 college track meet in the women's division. He won the 200 meter and the 400 meter and shattered school records. To make matters worse, if he had competed in the men's races, he would have placed last. Instead, he competed against the women and took trophies away from them. When will the madness end? Well, it is bad. It's horrible. It destroys young girls' athletic careers, okay? Their incentive and drive to compete and be the best that they can be. Competition builds strength. But even deeper than that, every single damn day, there is somebody placed in psychological distress. A youth, an underage person who is opened up to a dysphoric individual who will place them in psychological distress. And that's got to stop. That is the true and real abuse. But anyway, let's get back to the Rooskies. Now, these are statements from the Foreign Intelligence Service of the Russian Federation. The U.S. has stepped up efforts to find an alternative to Zelensky as the president of Ukraine. The United States does not care who will lead Ukraine as long as he is able to continue the armed conflict with Russia. In the USA and Europe, they note the dissatisfaction of Ukraine citizens with the prolongation of the conflict, as well as a growth of distrust in the state. Sounds like what we're going through in our country. Zelensky begins to lose the fight with the minds and hearts of Ukrainians, and his legitimacy is completely lost after May 20th. That's when he canceled the elections. Everybody who's fighting for Ukrainian democracy, just remember, they canceled their own damn elections. In the ranks of the armed forces of Ukraine, the number of cases of desertion and voluntary surrender is increasing. Well, they're going to lose a big city, Kharkov. And Zelensky put out a statement that it was going to be the world's fault, not his fault. at the beginning of the broadcast, I said I was going to play that stuff with Marjorie Taylor Greene. And I don't know how well my broadcast will hold up because it's been up for a while. But I'm going to go ahead and play it. And let me tell you something. I'm going to stay to make sure this. Whoa, gosh, where'd it go? Where did my video go? Uninterrupted. There's Lauren Boebert. And over in the very far corner, you see the lady in the pink dress over in the left-hand corner is occasional cortex. And she talks ghetto, and I'm sure a lot of you have seen this, but keep an eye on Lauren Boebert towards the end. You'll see her cross herself. So anyway, I'm just looking through the chats. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're going to be close to experiencing, Lone Wolf, I'm reading your chats. Debbie said, now we got little girls in government. 223 DMR, how you doing? From Missouri. Welcome. Yeah, school reform. Okay. Keep an eye on Lauren Boebert, but over there on the left, you'll see occasional Cortex's hand flapping around with a pen in her hand. And of course, you know where Marjorie's sitting. And look at goofy, what's his name? Jamie Raskin with his stupid looks on his face. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and play this for the most part uninterrupted. I might interrupt myself. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, here we go with the cat fight.
I'd like to know if any of the Democrats on this committee are employing.
Please tell me what that has to do with Merrick Garland.
Is she a porn star?
Oh, Goldman. That's right. He's advising. Okay.
He's advising who? Do you know what we're here for? You know we're here about
just
AG.
I don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about. I guess
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No,
what you're
ain't
reading.
nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Order.
Mr. Chairman,
That's beneath
would
even
you
you
please
to
regain
order
order
of
of your
you.
committee?
Order.
I do have a point of order, and I would like to move to take down Ms. Green's words. That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you
Meeting will
attack the
suspend.
physical
Meeting will
appearance of another
suspend.
person?
Are your
Move
feelings
her
hurt?
words down.
Oh,
Girl, baby girl.
oh, really?
Don't even play. with
Baby
me.
girl?
We're gonna,
I don't think
we are going to
so.
move, and we're going to take your words down.
I
Thank you very
second that motion.
So who will have to take it? Ms. Green agrees to strike her words.
I believe she
Chair
needs to
recognizes
apologize. No.
Mr.
She
Perry.
needs to
Okay,
apologize.
hold on. Then after Mr. Perry's going to be recognized, then Ms. Green
I'm
still
not
has 4 minutes and
apologizing.
21
Well,
seconds.
then
Okay,
you're
reserve
not
the right to
striking your
object.
words.
I am
Mr.
not
Chair,
apologizing.
Now let's go. Come on, guys.
Why don't you debate me?
Mr. Chairman, the
it's
minority.
pretty
No,
self-evident.
Chair you're not.
Yeah, you're
out
not.
of order.
You don't have enough
You're out of order.
intelligence.
Chair recognizes Mr. Perry.
Okay, move to strike
I'd like to
I
strike
move to
those
strike the
words
lady's
as well.
words.
I would like to strike
Move to
those
strike
words
the
as
lady's
well.
words again.
That's 2 requests to strike. That's 2 requests to strike.
Oh, they cannot take the
There's
words.
another motion to strike her words again. Please
All right.
get
Okay.
your members under
Here's
control.
the correct priority. Ms. Green, do you agree to unanimous consent to strike your words?
I repeat again for the second time. Yes, I'll strike
right.
my words,
That-
but I'm not
all right.
apologizing.
Without objection. Without
Not
objection.
apologizing.
Chair recognizes- 21 seconds.
Mr. Chair, point of order.
Who's
It's me.
Ms. Crockett?
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
Chairman, I make
trying to
a
find
motion to strike those
clarification.
words.
I don't think that's a
Hold on,
part
I'm
of it.
trying to find clarification on what quality.
Chairman,
I didn't.
motion to
I had
strike
no
those
idea
words.
what you just said.
We're not gonna do this. Look, you guys earlier literally just
I-
said
You
no.
just voted to do
Y'all did
it.
it first, so
I'm
you don't
trying
have to
to
talk
get
about
voted to do
clarification.
it.
You're gonna have
Order.
Marjorie
I'm trying to get
Okay.
clarification.
Look it, calm down. Calm
No,
down.
because this
I
is
would
what
like
y'all
to get through
do.
proceedings.
So I'm trying
Hey,
to get
Miss
clarification.
Crockett, you're not
Y'all wanna
recognized.
play
Miss
games.
I can't hear
Crockett.
you with your
And you
yelling.
don't want me
Calm
to be-
down.
No,
Can you please calm
don't
down?
tell me to calm down.
Calm down.
Because y'all
Please
talk
calm
noise
down.
and then you
You're
can't
out of
take it.
control.
Because if
Look, Chairman,
if I
can
come
we
and
stand
talk
outside to
shit
take a
about
break
her,
for 5
y'all
minutes?
gonna have a problem.
Chairman, Mr.
Order.
Chairman.
All right,
Sorry.
chair.
I don't know why
Okay.
you're
Order.
acting
Chair
like
now.
that.
Did you see Boebert cross herself? Did you see Lauren Boebert cross herself? Let's see. Yeah, it was a cat fight. They make good money. Hi, Chris. They make good money to act that way. Well, it's like I said, we've got the court system in front of the world, corrupted, collapsing, okay? We've got the president of the United States falling all over himself. We've got the world is truly on fire, and it's going to get worse. Nobody's trying to put it out. We got Congress putting on this type of display. So you got the courts in an uproar, humiliating themselves. Congress putting forward a very bad foot. Sure, let's impeach so and so. Let's get some real heavy lifting done in Congress. Well, replay that tape and see how you're going to get any heavy lifting done. I'm not blaming Marjorie Taylor Greene. She might as well have fun with it because it's a dysfunctional mess full of idiots. Okay, baby girl. You know, who does that kind of talk? And yeah, she had fake eyelashes. All right. So anyway, trying to be Cardi B? So anyway, the Congress, the courts, the presidency, it's all looking pretty ugly. So the only way is the one institution, okay, that is not going to be affected by anything but the allegiance to the Constitution. What that was sworn is what's going to get us out of this. And part of it is going to be ghosts in the machine. It's not going to be boots on the street that may come to take care of riots and stuff like that. But I'm waiting to see. Don't be surprised if you see Donald Trump actually getting handcuffs put on him. Don't be surprised. Because look what we're seeing overseas. A judge fleeing his own country, asking for asylum. A prime minister being SHOT in the street. And the video I played didn't have volume, but it was 5 times. 5 times. And let me see if I have that update. He is in critical condition still. And they said if he makes it, let me see if I can find it. If he makes it, it's going to be a very long recovery. So anyway, I can't grab it right off the bat, but he's not in good shape. And he still might not make it. So anyway, compared to what could happen with Mr. T and what has historically been happening to people all around the country, I mean all around the world and in this country, seeing him in cuffs temporarily would be much preferable especially if it gets people to start waking up. Because I'll tell you what, and I'm going to say it to these hard heads that don't want to give credit where it's due with Trump. If they can do everything they're doing right now to Trump, these guys are worried about their freedom. I'll get into this movement called auditors, where some people call them frauditors. It's something new in Utizzle well, it's been going on for a while, but it's blowing up now because people are starting to get arrested. All right. A lot of people have picked up the air quotes auditor banner and going around with cameras and trying to, make a name for themselves. They better get through their fat heads that if they can railroad Trump like they're doing, what do you think you're going to be? You're going to be chopped liver, okay? So anyway, let me see what's going on. That's right, it's going to get way worse real fast. That's, I wouldn't be smart if I wasn't worried. I am worried and I am concerned, but I'm not going to flip out over it. But I'm just going to tell people to be prepared for something ugly to happen. And it's going to happen fast, overnight. So anyway, I appreciate you all spending your precious time with me. I'll close out with our favorite video of Mr. Putin and how he's going to deal with these characters. Maybe we'll see the same thing happen over on our side of the territory. So anyway, let me just check the chats real quick. Oh, I see what you're saying there. You in the 1980s, Gary, here we go. I got this meme for you. 2024, school will be closed due to high winds. 1983, tornado happening. Go in the hall and put a book on your head. Also, we're having pizza for lunch. Ha 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 ha. So yeah, things have changed. But anyway, folks, thank you for spending your precious time with me. I appreciate it very much. I look forward to seeing you all soon. Please hit the like button on your way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. I keep forgetting to bring that up. And thank you, Gary. And thank you, Chris, for helping out with Buy Me a Coffee and helping sponsor this program. I'll be seeing you soon. This is Mountain Man, over and out. Want to play this? Okay. Come on. Okay. Do you want to play rough?